Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Big win Sunday in New Orleans, 23-3. Great game, great defensive game. What a wonderful defensive performance the Tampa Bay Buccaneers put on in New Orleans to win that game 23-3. Anthony Nelson's tip in the air touchdown on every highlight reel in the NFL. We had that fumble recovery, Antonio Winfield run back for a touchdown. They said the whistle got blowed, but nobody's ever heard that whistle. So a bad call, we'd had another touchdown. That's how good the defense was. 23-3. Offense is a little lackluster. Baker's a little banged up after the Detroit defeat 24-9. He came out there and he didn't run much. Passing was a little off. We're still having trouble with our offensive line. We're having to just jigsaw that offensive line. We needed to get in there and get a win, and that's what we got. It wasn't pretty, but it was a W, 23-3. Defense came to play, did a good job, scored us 7 points. The actual defense of the Bucs scored more points than the offense of the Saints. So had a good win. We're going to have the week off now this whole week, get a bye. We're 6-2 leading the division. All of our other teams in our division, the Panthers, the Falcons, they both play. So does the Saints. So maybe they'll all lose a game this week while we're not playing. A week from Sunday, of course, we got the Patriots at Raymond James, and hopefully we can go out and make some trades, get us some offensive line depth, get us a couple receivers, do a few things offensively. Evans is gone. Godwin's hurt. Abuku ain't 100%. We got Shepard. We got the Johnson brothers. We got Ryan Miller. Let's go get us another receiver. Let's get us another guard to get in there and play with Cody Monk hurt. We're having trouble filling the guard position. We've got 2 of them. We've got people in there, but if you can't get your offensive line playing correctly, you can't get your running game, and it's average up, and we don't have a real great running game right now. We've got to do something. Bucky Irving, our number 1 back, is out for an extended last 3 games. I don't know how many more games he'll be out. We'll have to see, not this week, of course, but next week when they go back to practice, if he's back to practice. But overall, it was a wonderful game and a victory for the Buccaneers, and there weren't any serious injuries during the game to any of our players. And now they have this week to mend, so could not come at a better time. A lot of, excuse me, good NFL action this week. We had the Falcons getting defeated by the 1-6 Miami Dolphins up in Atlanta, and just absolutely thrashed the Falcons. We had the Jets beat the Cincinnati Bengals for their first victory of the whole year. And the Chiefs beat the Commanders. It was a great week for football in the NFL. Capped off by our 23-3 win up in New Orleans. No trade news right now about any players the Bucs possibly could get, but I'm sure we're looking. If we want to make a serious run at the Super Bowl this year, which we all do, we must go get some players. There's no question about it. These draft picks, I know, are close to Jason Light's heart. But you go get a good enough player that's under contract for a couple of years, he's kind of like a draft pick. Okay, because he's going to be there a couple of years maybe. You don't get one that's only got the rest of this season and trade a draft pick away for him. But you got to get them. Because in-house, the Bucs don't have it. Now, they can keep throwing a smoke signal at you that, oh, we got them coming back here and there, but if so many of them are out, they're not coming back. Or if they come back like Chris Godwin and they're not ready, what good is coming back? So we're going to be looking for some trades before Tuesday's deadline for the Bucs. We'll keep you posted on what goes on in that trade, in the trades too. And so we're going to move on now to the World Series. Dodgers, Blue Jays. It's tied up 2-2 with a win last night by the Blue Jays. In L.A. to tie the series 2-2. We got a game tonight shooting of this show at 8 p.m. Eastern between both of the teams. Pivotal game 5. 80% of the teams who win game 5 win the series. That's just analytics. That's just the way it says, okay? Maybe not the way it should be, just the way it is. They go on to win the series. So big game tonight, 2-2 in L.A. Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers. We're just going to see if the Blue Jays can wing this on and win. Personally, I know I should be for the Dodgers, but I am a Blue Jay person because they are in the American League East, which is the division that my Rays are in. And the fact that they don't have the money that the LA Dodgers have. Because the LA Dodgers have got more money than anybody else. And they spend it that way. And if you look at their team from top to bottom, it's an all-star cast. Not that the Blue Jays aren't. So the underdog kind of a factor. We'll see how it goes tonight. Tune it in. It'll be worth your while. A great event happened Monday night. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays playing Game 3 went 18 innings to Freddie Freeman, a walk-off home run in the 18th inning. 18th inning. 2 games in 1. Over 6 hours. Monday night. That longest game in World Series recorded history. That's history you've seen there. Okay, keep it up. Watch that team. Watch the baseball. You've only got a few more games and it'll be over. In college football, LSU fires Brian Kelly. As you know, Billy Napier's been fired by the Gators. James Franklin's been fired by Penn State. And there's a number of other jobs. Virginia Tech, Arkansas, to name a few. I could sit there and name you 4 or 5 more, but Colorado State, there's another one I threw out. UCLA, let me throw the 4th one out. And there's more than that. I fired coaches. So a lot of talk in the NFL, college football, who's moving where, college. It's just unbelievable to know that a guy like Kelly can be fired and they have to pay him $50 million. Or a guy like Franklin gets fired from Penn State and they got to pay him $50 million. And ladies and gentlemen, I know this is hard to wrap your head around, but college football coaches get paid more per year than NFL coaches get paid. By far. By far. And that's hard to believe. It's the way it is. You wonder, how could that be? Well, your guess is as good as mine. I guess the boosters have that kind of money and throw that kind of money at their product, wanting to be a winner. And that's how the colleges get their money, from the boosters. And they just throw hey, here it is. There is no salary cap. And you can go get the players if you got the money. That's how it is in college football today. You got the money. They say, you got to go recruit in their homes. You got to talk to the parents. You got to do a lot of that. But you also got to say this, $1 million if you come play for us next year. He's on his way down there. We'll keep you posted in college football. Ohio State's number 1, Indiana's number 2. Everybody else could change at the drop of a hat, and they could too. We'll wait till another few more weeks where it gets closer to the end of the season, and we'll give you the playoff picture of the teams in the playoffs. That's what really matters. We'll keep you posted on that in the college ranks. And we'll go to our questions tonight. And Beverly has the first question tonight. She asked me what I thought about USF getting beat by Memphis in Memphis the other day and their chances of making the playoffs. Beverly, it's going to be a tough sledding for USF to make the final college playoffs now. They had it their way if they would have won the game against Memphis and then went to the championship game of the American and won. They could have been in it. It's going to be tough sledding now that Memphis beat them. Now, they've only lost 2 games. That's true. And they've won 6 games, which is true. And they can come out of here with a great record. Stranger things could happen, Beverly, but they have University of Texas San Antonio this week out in Texas, and they've got to win that game. And they've got Rice, and they've got Navy, and Navy was ranked one time this year. They got to beat it. They got to win them games. If they come home with another loss, they're not making it. And I don't think they're going to make it anyhow, because they got to get to that championship game and win that championship, the American Championship. If they'd beat Tulane, they'd have beat Memphis, and Tulane would have made it. They'd have been USF and Tulane. We'll just have to see how it goes in the next few weeks. But Beverly, they can't afford to lose another one, and it was a terrible defeat. When you're up at 17 points on a must-win game, and it's the 4th quarter, and your team is 17 points ahead, and they come back and beat you, there ain't nothing good happening there. There's nothing happening good there, okay? Because there's no way they can come back 7. They did it. So anyhow, Beverly, we'll keep you posted. We hope they can go out to University of Texas San Antonio and get a win this week. We'll keep you posted on next week's show. And the next question is from Albert, and Albert wanted to know why they put the second player out on the ball field at second base to start the 14th inning, because they want the games to continue to start carrying on and finishing. It's a new rule in baseball to put them out at second base, and that way in the 14th inning. That's 14th inning. Now, the first innings, they play them just like they always did. But when it gets to number 14, Okay, and nobody's made it able to score. Then they're going to put the guy out there to try to there to be a winner. Okay, that's just what that had the rule for years. It's just not many games go past 14 innings. But that's what they do, and that's how they did it. But it didn't do no good because they went 4 more innings till somebody hit a home run. Just saying. Thank you for your question, and God bless you. Hope you watch the game tonight. And the last question tonight is from Cindy. And Cindy wanted to know when I thought that Bucky Irvin and Luke Genicky would be back. Cindy, Bucky Irvin's got a bone up in his shoulder that's been cracked. I don't exactly know. I'm not an orthopedist, but he's been out for 3 weeks, and I figure he's going to be out a few more. Luke Genicky had a bone issue in his foot. I think he had a fracture and nobody knew about it. But they knew about it, that we didn't know about it. And he went out and re-injured it. I think he fractured his foot in game 2. So that's why he's out. They say he's walking around the program without no boot on, no cast, none of that. But he still just had a fractured foot. So I don't know how long it takes for a fractured foot or the degree in which it was fractured. I'll just have to keep you posted when I find out. But I think he's out a few more games. I think, Cindy, he will be back by game 10. And I think Bucky will be back by game 10, which is against the Buffalo Bills. I think both of them guys could be back by game 10. God bless you, Cindy, and thank you for your question. What you got for me tonight, DJ X?
Well, Cowboy, you know what it is. Let's get right off into it, buddy. All right. What strategies might the Falcons employ to avoid a repeat of their 28-3 Super Bowl collapse against the Patriots?
Well, the first thing they got to do is they got to run the ball and stop the run, and they didn't do a very good job of it ever, and that's how they do collapse, and they've got to get some better quarterback play, and maybe Malcolm Penix can play this week instead of Kirk Cousins. That would help tremendously. True. But they've got to get Beijing Robinson, the number 1 pick from them a few years ago, on the ground going. If you run, you win. If you can't run, you lose. That's just the way it is.
I always say that. Mm-hmm. Who you going for in that game?
I'm going straight up for the the Patriots to beat them because the Falcons are in our division. I want the Falcons to lose as many games as they can lose. And the Panthers and the Saints.
Interesting.
They can lose every game from now on out. Keep us winning or even not winning because we're ahead of them now and them losing.
Yeah.
And we can scout the Patriots because we're playing them a week from Sunday.
Mm-hmm. All right. How might the Patriots motivation impact their performance in the game?
Mike Vrabel, who took the team this year from the coaching position at Tennessee, has turned a team that was a 4-win team last year, 4 wins, into a 6-2 powerhouse right now in his first year. Mm-hmm. He went from the bottom, from the outhouse to up there smelling the penthouse. Okay,
that's high.
That's a long go in 1 year.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so that's motivation enough for the Patriots. They're gonna get out there and play ball and show everybody who they are. Mm-hmm. And they are good. Then are they a Super Bowl winning team? No. Could they make the playoffs? Yeah, they could make the playoffs.
Could they get lucky?
Anybody, I guess, can, except me.
Get lucky. All right. What key matchups on the field do you think will be most crucial for either team to win?
I think the matchup of the defensive line and Drake May, the quarterback of the Patriots, being the second year in the league, would be important. Mm-hmm. And I think Drake London, the wide receiver from the Falcons, and Beijing Robinson's ability to catch the ball and run the ball for the Falcons will be important. That'll be the most important matchup. The defense of the Patriots against London and Beijing Robinson, and the Falcons' defensive line and linebackers getting to Drake May and confusing him.
Right. All right. Sounds good to me. Good enough. That's what I got for you this week, Cowboy.
Thank you, DJX. God bless you.
God bless you, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all help each other as much as we can and be kind to each other. There's a lot of hate and terrible language in this world today, and a lot of people being done wrong. There's millions of people, sadly, might even go without food after this week. Millions, 40 million. And you think about 40 million people. It's a lot of people, okay? 40 million people. And they're Americans, just like you. So Raise up your hand, help them, pray for them, pray for our country. God bless you. Till the next show, Cowboy out.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?